Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is acrylic artist Joni Young, and if you're new here, then welcome and thanks for joining. I'm going to show you step by step how to paint bridge over water using black and white only and a Filbert brush. Today I'm painting on 11 by 14 canvas paper, and I'm going to start by painting the background, making a soft gray color, pulling back and forth, side to side. We just want to build up a dark underpainting in order for our white waterfalls to show up later on. And then I'm just going to spread a little bit over the very top. You can barely see it, just for a soft sky. I'm going to line my brush up, turning it over, pulling and flicking up for an instant forest. Getting more of that light gray color, pulling a little line, press, pull, and flick, and then making it smaller and smaller and smaller for perspective. By doing this, it'll look like there's distance in your painting and that things are farther away. Tap lightly on that line and below, and then we'll press, pull, and flick straight down, sliding, keeping my brush on the paper the whole time. If you're following along with this tutorial, I highly recommend using canvas instead of the paper, especially if you're a beginner. Now I'll begin pulling a darker gray. So just add a little bit more black to your brush, keeping a bit of white in there. And then we're just going to go up and over for that bridge, and then making it a little bit thicker on either side of the base of the bridge. And we'll do another skinny line right above it. Turn our brush sideways and do a lot of little lines straight up and down the whole way across for a railing, and then a line on the top. A little bit more black right at the base for a really good shadow and contrast. Tap lightly. We're going to build up more dark gray here in order for our waterfalls to show up. Let's pick up some more gray, and we'll start tapping in all that foliage and grass and ground. We're going to tap lots in, and this builds up height, making it look like there's a little bank. And we'll tap lightly to make it look like it's going way back in the distance past that bridge. Using a little bit more black right here. Gonna make that gray color again a bit lighter this time, and soften with some white and just highlight a little bit. Still using this Filbert brush, and it's a number 16. I've got two other black and white videos that are part of this series. I'll have a link up above in the right corner for you guys. You can click on that and it'll take you directly to them if you'd like to see the other two. Now I'm going to pull straight up for a tree trunk using dark gray and create some trees. We're going to make them different heights. This one's going to come down lower, so it'll be closer to us in the foreground. And then press, pull, and flick down. This will be a nice shadow before adding our white for our waterfalls. Let's pull up another tree trunk. This is going to be a really tall one. And we'll begin tapping lightly. Smaller taps on the top for those baby branches, and then we'll push side to side, making wider ones as they get down to the bottom of the tree trunk. Push and tap using black only this time. And let's go ahead and add another tree. This time it's gray. We'll add a few more. They're going to be shorter and shorter, making it look like they're far away. And then pull and flick for a bit more of a forest back there. Adding a little bit more white now for highlight. And we'll begin our little waterfalls way back here. A little pull to the center and then drop and flick. And then as we get closer to the foreground, we're going to make these waterfalls longer. And just going to keep layering them. You can add as many as you like or as few as you like. And then we'll add a little pool in there where they fall in, and then they come down in a second layer. And then right on the bottom, it's going to be another little pool, little pond or little lake, river, whatever you want it to be. It's your own painting. You can make it up as you go along. And then I just add a little bit more dark gray in between the base of some of these falls just to make them show up a little bit more. I didn't have quite enough shadow there. So your waterfalls will show up a lot better if you have a darker underpainting. And then I'm going to begin tapping with black or dark gray for some ferns. So just lots and lots of little taps, making it smaller as it gets down to the end of the fern. So this fan brush is really handy for painting ferns. It's super easy. And I'll pull and flick up a little bit more of that dark gray at the base and scumble down on the bottom on either side for more shadow and contrast. I'm pushing and fanning my brush out carefully, making sure I have a nice ridge of white paint on the very tip. And I can just add the final highlight to these waterfalls and then a little spray at the bottom. So lots of little taps and then little fluffy pulls and flicks. So it looks like there's some foam and a splash and a light little spray at the bottom. I'm going to spread a little bit of the light gray that's left in my brush with some water. And I'm going to paint around in a circle, leaving a little bit of white right in the middle here for a sun. I added a little bit more gray to darken up the tone on the very top of the painting. That helps to add some perspective and make our painting a little bit more moodier. And tap in a little bush right here and some branches using black. So this just shows you guys that you can create an entire landscape painting using one brush only and just black and white. You could also do this painting in other colors. You can wait for it to dry and add colors over top, or you could do it in monochromatic of any color of your choice. So red and white, blue and white, green and white, purple and white, even brown and white for a sepia look, which is really, really nice too. So as I finish this painting by just scumbling a little bit of dark gray and in behind, I want to thank you guys for joining me today. This is just another quick little tutorial for you guys, packed full of tips and tricks and lots of techniques for you to learn. If you'd like early access to videos, tutorials, and a lot more, head over to my Patreon page and join today. Thank you guys so much. I wish you happy painting, and I'll see you next time. Bye!